Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ultimate Virtual Assistant Summit. I'm here with Jeanine Lett, and she's going to, this is not the name of my summit. Sorry. Oh, like something's wrong. All right. Take two. All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Grow Your Business with the VA Summit here with Jeanine Lett. Yay. Thank you so much for being a part of my summit. I'm excited. So, Jeanine, welcome to the summit. Thank you once again for being a part of it. So tell everybody about yourself and your business.
So I'm a very proud dog mom, and I have to start off with that because I have a dog right here that is getting ready to bark. She is whining and whimpering like crazy. They always wait until I go live. They always wait.
After we've been talking for 20 minutes already.
And now she wants to say something. She was asleep. So anyway, I'm a very proud dog mom. Anybody who knows me knows that about me. I actually started a pet business I can't say on the side because it's another full business. So I actually own two businesses currently. One does dog sitting and dog walking and all that locally here in San Diego. And then my primary business, the Business Ref, I am a small business consultant. I teach entrepreneurs how to build success through customer service. So we focus on how and when and where customer service should show up in your business and how that helps the lifespan of your business.
That's interesting. So how did because the Business Ref is the name of your business, correct?
Yeah.
How did you come up with that?
I love football. So I'm like obsessed with football. It's so unhealthy. I never miss a game. Like I shut down my businesses on Sunday because I'm busy. And then like it's playoff season. So it's like Saturdays and Sundays, can't talk. Like Thursday night busy, Monday night busy. Like I can't. I'm like priorities. So I'm obsessed with football and have been for a very long time. And I wanted something that had a football reference in there. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine who hates football, and she suggested the Business Ref, as in referee, but also as in like reference point, right? Because that's what I wanted to be. As a small business consultant, I teach people how to build their businesses. They don't know what the next step is or how to get to that end goal that they want. So they need that reference point, that referee, that person to really help guide them. So that's really the play on ref.
Interesting. Okay, so who's your team then? We have to know.
Oh, so it was the San Diego Chargers until the freaking Spanos family. So don't get me started on that. They're still my babies though, because I have to watch and know how they're doing. But I grew up, my dad was a Bears fan. So ever since I could talk, I've been a Green Bay Packers fan.
Okay.
Just because my dad's a Bears fan. But so I'm a cheesehead and a Charger fan all the way. Got mad love for the Steelers. Like they're kind of my underdog. I can't call them underdogs because they're freaking amazing, but they're like, yeah, especially when I was mad at the Spanos family, like, oh, it still hurts to watch the Chargers play and the announcers still can't get it right because they're never going to be the Los Angeles Chargers again. I won't accept it. I refuse. They're my San Diego Chargers.
So as a business ref, football reference, how do you come in and help a business? Like, what do you do for that business to help them?
I do everything. No, I'm just kidding. I do have limits. No, what I do is I come alongside them. So if it were you and you said, Jeanine, I'm struggling to consistently make 6 figures a month. That's my goal. That's where I want to be. I haven't hit it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm going to take a look. My tagline is laying the foundation for your small business success. So I'm going to look at every single element of your business. We're going to look at your marketing and really dive deep into that, what that looks like. Not just you have an Instagram account, right? Like, what are you doing in print? Are you doing anything with radio, or what does your digital marketing strategy look like? Are you utilizing these platforms to the best of your ability, but also in a way that's maximizing your reach on those platforms and engaging with your clientele? A lot of areas where I see people struggle is they'll go with a platform that they personally enjoy using or they personally enjoy being on, but that's not necessarily the platform that your audience is on. So that's a huge mistake I see people make all the time. And teaching people that from platform to platform, you have to treat them differently. You can't use Facebook the same way you use Instagram. You can't use Instagram the same way you use Twitter. there's different reasons why people are drawn to Twitter. It's more conversational. For me, I love Instagram because it's pictures, and I can read a picture.
Yeah.
So I love, so I love
Instagram is pictures.
But I have to know that that picture needs to be engaging enough to make me want to read the caption. That's going to make me want to do the call to action. It's not just about your hashtags. It's not just about having a pretty layout on your grid. It's about really utilizing all those aspects. Are you on IGTV? Does that make sense for your business? Are you using stories? Does that make sense for your business? Should you be advertising on those platforms? Does it make sense for your business? It surprises people, but it's not the right platform for every single service provider or business out there. Everybody should have it. It does draw people in, but you might see more engagement on Facebook than you would on Instagram, or on Twitter than you would on Instagram, dependent upon what it is you're selling. So when I come in line with a business, you know, like I said, it's not just saying, hey, you should have an Instagram account for your business. Like, we're really going to understand why you have and how you're utilizing these marketing platforms. Same with pricing strategies. I see clients all the time who do not understand how to price their products effectively and competitively. And that's a hard one for a lot of people, because pricing your product is emotional, especially when you're the one that creates it, right? So for as me, as a business consultant, when I'm putting together a package that or a proposal for a client, it can be personal, right? Like, I understand my finances enough that I know what my expenses are. I know where my income needs to be so that I can hit those margins correctly. But it's also hard when somebody comes back and wants to negotiate a price with you, right? Oh, got it. Like, no, I'm worth this. Just pay this. But I've seen people who make, I'm going to use this as an example, but people who make beverages, right? Who don't understand how to price that effectively, because they're not taking into account all of the costs that went into that beverage, including their own labor. So I work with people to really, I should say people, my clients, I work with them to help them really understand how to create that profit margin. What does a profitable business truly look like for you? And I think the unique selling point for me is that I frequently will work with my clients in their location. So I have a lot of brick and mortars. I started out in the cafe and restaurant industry. So I've been a hostess, I've been the bartender, I've been the bar back, I've been in the kitchen eating. I've scooped ice cream, I've made coffee. I'm a terrible waitress because the consultant in me has to ask you a million questions. Why are you here? What brought you here? Why'd you choose this place over the place across the street? Why'd you order that meal? Why didn't you get this one? What do you like about the, right? And then I don't care who ordered what. I'm just going to put the food down and be like, figure it out. So I've learned that being a waitress is not my strength. But I'm really great at talking to people. So I can, you know, walk around the room and, hey, how are you liking that meal? Oh, that's great. Oh, good. And get my little data going. But it's fun. Working in businesses has given me a perspective on the health of that business and the profitability of that business, or the viability of that idea, in a way that financial statements will not tell me, in a way that a simple conversation with my client is not going to tell me. If you tell me your target demographic are women in their 30s and I show up at your retail shop and it's teenagers, that tells me there's a big disconnect between what you are envisioning versus what you're selling. So I love it. I love getting on a plane and traveling. I take my dogs with me because I'm a very proud dog mom. And I take them with me at all times. And mostly just my little guy. Everybody loves him, so it's fine. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So I'm a little different than most business consultants you'll meet, but I enjoy it. And my clients get really, really great results.
So how long does it take you to dissect what's wrong with somebody's company, of why they haven't achieved the success that they want? How long does it take for you to do that?
It depends. It could be anywhere from within that initial 90-minute conversation with them to within the first week. It doesn't take long. Most people will come to me and say, I want to increase my sales, right? That's number one for a lot of people. I want to make more money in my business. That very seldom is truly the root cause of whatever it is that's going on. It's mostly like, okay, you want to generate more sales. Well, let's look at your sales. That's the first question I'm going to, that's my follow-up. Okay, where are you at today? Where do you want to be? Cool. Now let's look at why you're at where you're at today. And that's really going to reveal everything I need to, a lot of what I need to know. I shouldn't say everything, but a lot of what I need to know, because it's going to show me what are you doing to market your business. I always say this: no one's going to buy from you if no one knows about you. So if you're not out there constantly, if you're not constantly saying, hey, I do this, hey, this is my business, hey, this is what we do, why am I going to shop with you? Putting up a pretty website does nothing for me. Putting up a great Instagram page does nothing for me. You've got to give me a reason to choose your cafe over Starbucks, where I know what I'm going to get and what the price point's going to be. I don't know you, but you got to give me a reason to try you. But you got to put yourself out there. So to evaluate the health of a business, it doesn't take very long.
Wow, that's interesting, because how you just put everything together, all the pieces.
Yeah.
And then you could tell you love it. So what is it that you love so much about it?
You know what? I love helping other people achieve their goals. That's really what it is. I think when I can see my clients who come to me in a state of distress, right? They're not making the sales. They're frustrated. They feel like they're stagnant and just spinning their wheels. They're doing the same thing every day and not really seeing results. And to help them get clarity, to help them really understand what they need to be doing day to day to support that big picture goal, and then to see them thrive, to see them come out of that place of frustration and stress and get to that place of like, I love what I'm doing. Oh yeah, this is why I went into business. Oh yeah, this is why I quit my 9 to 5 and do this. I'll take this headache over that any day. And that's the part that I really, really love, because I think that there's so much creativity and ingenuity. And again, being American, living in America, that's founded on that dream of I'm going to just work hard and do the thing that I love, and I'm going to have success in whatever that form is. To be able to help people get there, that's the coolest part about what I get to do.
Wow. So what strategies do you do to help these people, though?
Woo! I could wave a magic wand and give them a bottle of champagne and hope it all works out. I'm like, good luck, pay me. No, it depends. It really depends. If you're struggling if your marketing and your messaging is truly what's off in the disconnect, it frequently is more than just that. It's a broken system, a broken funnel, whatever that may look like, whether it's a sales funnel, that you want to turn into self-liquidating so that it's kind of rinse and repeat on its own, making money for you. You don't have to think about it. Or whether it is a brick and mortar location, and it could be something where, again, it goes back to that piece of people are so passionate about that one thing that they do that they don't necessarily understand all the other pieces that need to be in play. And I see it more with brick and mortars, where they're so in love with, well, I love the way this is decorated because it speaks to my heart. And it's like, yeah, but your message isn't clear to your customer, and that's why you're not making sales. So as great as you love this color, we're going to change the color a little bit. We're going to rearrange the store a little bit, and now watch your flow, right? So it really just depends. If I'm, again, brick and mortar, it's more about location, the ambiance you're setting for your clientele when they're walking in. Does your store or layout flow properly? Does it make sense? Like, why is this end cap set up with these displays as opposed to these displays? How do people get in and out of your store? Is it convenient? I always say the 3 C's of selling is convenience, consistency, and the customer experience. And if you don't hit those 3 things all the time, nobody wants to come in. I know when I don't like to shop, so when I go into a store, I want to like get my stuff and go. I don't want to meander and like take my time. And if I can't find it on a shelf, I'm like, okay, is there anyone here? Okay, I'm just leaving. I'll get it somewhere. Amazon, they deliver. So it's really important that when you have brick and mortar, that you're really always thinking about what experience my customers are having. So when you talk about what strategies do I use, it just depends on the location.
Yeah, because you could, like you said, you could think one way, but the people walking in that door and are not thinking the same way as you. And that's where a lot of businesses are messing up, because they're losing that message.
Yeah, yep.
They're losing that message. So I did some research. I went on your website, and I noticed that you're offering a 12-week business intensive program for your clients. So what is in that offer for 12 weeks that you offer for your clients?
Bottle of champagne. Oh, there she goes. Did you hear her?
Yeah.
She's growling at me. Oh my gosh. The thing is that I'm near her treats. And so she's just like, hey lady, there's treats over there. Could you just get me one? That's all she wants. Anyway, what do I offer in the 12-week intensive? I offer me. No. We're gonna get in trouble. No. No. So what I do is it's super one-on-one intensive. I'm going to come to you. We're going to work out whatever the issue is, whatever the issues are is what I should say. And we're going to get you from where you're at to a place of where you can thrive. So that's going to look different for each client. But generally, we're going to improve your income, I should say your profit. Typically what my data is that I have improved my clients' income by 37% within the first 8 weeks of working with me. So that's significant. But that's not solely me. And I want to be very clear on that. That is not solely me. I am your consultant. I am your guiding star. I am going to come in and as your fairy godmother and help you understand where the leaks are, give you a solution to plug those leaks. But you're going to be the one that's doing the work. So if you don't want to put in the work, don't expect results. I've had clients who have well surpassed, the 7-figure mark in their income goals personally and as a business because they were willing to do the work. I can't make that promise to everybody, but if you're willing to do the work, there's no limit. There truly is no limit. So again, in 12 weeks, we're going to evaluate the health of your business. We're going to plug some holes we're going to make the plan to plug some holes. And then you're going to get to work. And I always say, I give you homework, but your homework is to build your business. Okay. That's your homework. And as long as you're making, doing the plan as we've evaluated it, you're going to have success.
Wow. That's good. That's good. And then most of your results is like basically, if you do the work, you're going to see results.
Absolutely.
So if you don't do the work, you're not.
But you know how many people start off, because today's what, the 28th, and the 1st is coming up. You know how many people are like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to quit eating bad. How many of them stick to it, right? But how many of them stick to it? Because you don't want to do the work, ultimately, is what it comes down to, right? Like there's always time to exercise. You may not be able to give yourself an hour every single day, but you can do something every single day. Do we?
Mm-mm. Yeah, you got to put the work into it.
Always.
So with all the clients and these business owners that you're working with, what has been like one of your biggest challenges working with? And how did you handle it?
So as a consultant, one of my biggest challenges is that, as you know, earlier you asked me what my favorite thing is, and that's about seeing people's dreams, them achieve their dreams. Mm-hmm. The hardest thing is crushing those dreams, is crushing the unrealistic dreams. The people that come to me and are making $1,000 a month and want to up that to 7 figures in 3 months, and it's like, okay. I'm one of those people that I seldom think that things are impossible, but I'm also very practical. And I know that you can't count on a pin going viral or, an ad on Facebook taking off and exploding your business overnight. These things don't ever happen like that. And right. It goes back to what we were just saying. You've got to put in the work. So my least favorite part is having to crush kind of those unrealistic, unfounded goals. Mm-hmm. I think any business owner could easily hit 7 figures if you're doing the work and doing the work consistently in a way that is truly serving your customer's pain point. Not, I sell candles because I like candles. Nobody's going to buy from you. They could go to Yankee Candle and get a discount, right? But when you sell a candle because you genuinely enjoy the process, you want a clean candle, you're making something where you understand the ingredients that are being put into it, you understand the fragrance that's being released, and you believe in it, that's a different story. And now I want to trust and believe in your company. So the hardest part is that kind of dream crushing that comes with the reality check of what I do. When I pull back the curtain and I look at your financials, there's no hiding, the health of your business. And we're never going to get you to where you want to be if you want to sit here and tell me lies or hide things or act like your business is at a level that it's not currently at. It's like, no, this is the time to be 100% vulnerable and real with me, because now I can help you. But I can't help you if you don't want to face reality. And financials with any business owner is always a hard conversation to have.
Because they want to see themselves at another level when in reality, they really are not.
And some people are just bad with money. And so those are hard habits too. Some people were never given the foundation to understand I need to spend less than what I make. As a business owner, a lot of people don't understand taxation and how much of what you're bringing in is taxable income. And then depending on how you file, are you an LLC? Are you a corporation? What are the benefits? And not so many benefits. Depending on what your income level is. There's so many things in the permits and the licensing that go into it. And especially in the food industry, that people just don't factor those in when they're doing their expenses. So, or when you go to hire a VA, you think, oh yeah, no, I make enough money, I can hire a VA. And then you realize, I gotta pay. Okay. Then you start doing the math and you're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't hire a VA just yet. maybe I shouldn't do that. So, and payroll liability and payroll taxes, and if you're in California, we've got mandatory sick leave. So then that's, you're paying people who don't show up to work, and, they get 3 extra vacation days. No, I'm just kidding, but. So there's all kinds of fun things that business owners, it's easy to see, okay, you had 50 grand come in this month. But when you start minus this, minus that, minus this, minus that, then you're like, oh, this is why I only have $5,000. Right.
Yeah, you start adding up where everything went.
Yeah.
You said, did I really make that much? That's really cool. So how do your clients find you?
Magic. So when I started, it was a lot of referrals. Now people find me whether they're following my Instagram, which I post daily business tips and like motivational quotes and things, but tie that all back into business. Sometimes I post my face. You never know. Got to remind people of the beauty. But mostly through referrals has been my number one, and it's been my biggest way to build. Because of what I do, again, referencing the food and restaurant industry that I primarily work in, when you get one restaurant and then you get another restaurant and then you get another restaurant,
it's everybody.
Yeah, so that's been a huge blessing, but Instagram's been a huge referrer for me in traffic. And then the other one is visibility pieces, doing summits like this, podcasts, magazine articles being published. I was actually shocked the first time I was published in a magazine and somebody reached out to me from it, because I've never done that. So I was like, nobody ever calls you when you do these things. And then I got contacted, like the article hadn't even been out like 6 hours. I got an email from somebody.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, you were waiting for this. Okay, thank you. But so visibility, referrals, and Instagram have been my 3 ways for people to find me. But you can follow me at The Business Ref is my handle. I'm on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. I do have a Twitter that I never use. So don't try and find me on Twitter. I just don't use it. I was not a fan. I've never been a fan of Twitter personally. And then when it comes to trying to upkeep it solely for the sake of upkeeping it, I got to take my own advice and stick to the platforms that were performing for me, which were Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, and focus on those 3. So those are the 3 you can find me at, you can chat with me at, you can DM me at, all that good stuff. And of course the website, thebusinessref.com.
Wow, that's great. That is really great. So what is your ideal client of restaurant business? Do you like the ones that are they're kind of struggling, you could just make it blossom?
My ideal client is kind of all over the place. When I started, it was just the restaurants, and yes, it's the struggle. I always get the ones that are struggling. Even when I was working in corporate and working for Starbucks, I was the one that was sent to troublesome stores that were on the brink of closing. And it was through customer service that we would win over the hearts of the community and get them to want to reinvest with us. And then you see the profitability. So my ideal business honestly would be somebody who has a vision beyond what they're currently doing and is willing to put in the work, very truthfully. There are plenty of people out there who just think it's magic, it's easy, it's instantaneous, and don't want to do the work. And I've fired clients like that. I do not hire clients like that. I will not take work with clients like that. There are plenty of red flags that go up when, it's when you can't take accountability for your business, not doing the things that you want your business to do. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's a major problem.
It's going to be a big problem. So ideally, somebody who's ready to take it to the next level, somebody who's either struggling with that consistent income every single month, somebody who feels like they're stagnant and running in play and don't really know where the next step is, but want to get to that next level, but just are unclear and unsure where that is. And just to be clear, even though I started and I have an affinity for the restaurant and food industry, I have a choreographer in New York, I have calligraphers, I have estheticians, I have apocryphy shops, handmade lotions and candles and what have you. I have a t-shirt designer. So I've kind of been all over the place because again, I teach business, right? So it doesn't matter the niche per se of what you're doing, whether you're starting or whether you're ready to take it to that next level. I've got the strategies that can help you get there, doing the hard work together.
That's great. That is really good. Wow. So in conclusion with everybody, why should they hire a business consultant? Well, I think I need one now. But like, what's the
I know one, Akila. I know one.
What's the benefits of hiring? It's like I'm just listening to you, just so much information of why somebody should. But why should somebody hire? Why should somebody call Jeanine the business rep?
Yeah.
Why should Let's Football? Don't call her on Sundays. So.
Don't call me, don't email me, don't DM me. I'm busy. On Sunday,
what are the benefits of doing that?
Why should they hire me? Because you don't know what you don't know, ultimately. And that's what I see with so many businesses is they think that they're going to read that book, they're going to download that video, they're going to finish that course that they paid for. And the reality is you don't have the time because you don't build the time. And sometimes you truly don't have the time, especially as small business owners. If you have a brick and mortar, you're frequently the one behind the register, in the kitchen, doing the work.
Everything.
It's not just a team that does it for you and magically you collect a check. You're there too, and you're doing inventory, you're doing payroll, and you're doing this. So when do you realistically have the time to read the book, go to the seminar, do the workshop, what have you? So hiring a consultant like myself who can come alongside you, look at all that data with you, analyze it, and give you a structured, customizable plan that's going to help your business. Not, here's what I did with business X, and now if you read my 5 steps, you too will achieve. It's like, no, okay, Akila, you want to take it to the next level? Let's figure out what Akila needs to do to make sure that her VA business is thriving. What are your end goals? Where do you want to be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now? What are you doing every single day, Monday through Sunday, to make sure that you're supporting those goals? Because there's daily tasks you can be doing, there's weekly tasks you can be doing, and monthly tasks you can be doing. But if you don't know what those steps are, you're always going to stay in that stagnant, stuck cycle of like, I'm trying, but I don't know, but where do I go and how do I get there? It is an investment, but it's one that with somebody who really knows what they're doing, you're going to see that investment pay off tenfold moving forward.
Exactly.
It's not something that,
you're going to see the results.
Yeah, you're going to see the results. You're not going to miss out on that initial investment. And there's price point friendly people at every level who can help you. We don't all need Tony Robbins right away. We can maybe take a couple of steps down. But we can't all afford like Gary Vee and his 4D experience. But yeah, you hire a consultant or you work with me because you're ready to take that step. You have the money to invest, and you want to see a change in the 12-week program. I mostly enroll people in a 6-month. So the restaurants, brick and mortars, if you have a brick and mortar, whatever, Pilates studio, what have you, they end up working with me for about a year, typically.
Okay.
Online businesses, it depends. It's more, if you're an e-commerce site, I usually have them for about 6 months to a year. If you're like a blog, but you want to do some affiliate marketing and things of those nature, the 12-week program is more a good fit for you. And it's more so with brick and mortar, there's just more moving parts. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get you from point A to point B.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas if you're just somebody who's writing, and I don't mean to mean writing a blog, but if you're just blogging, there's less moving parts than there is with the brick and mortar. So we could work together for a shorter period of time on a blog or something to that level.
Wow, that's great. That's really great information. All right, thank you so much. So I hope everybody understands. It's like my whole purpose of this summit is to show all the different things somebody could do virtually for you. Janine's a business consultant. Your business has holes. We all have holes. A business consultant virtually could help you fix those holes, plug them up, and your business could thrive and grow. So I hope you guys enjoy Jeanine so much. I do. I always have from the moment I first met her. She's helped me so much because, my little insecurity was like this, and it's just like, girl, get your shit together, get up here. So, and she will tell you like it is. And guess what? Your business will grow if you listen to her. So virtually, this is something else that something could be done for you virtually. We're not all just assistants. We're not all just graphic designers. Here's one person right here who's specialized in helping your business grow. So I hope everybody enjoyed Jeanine so much as I did. Thank you, Jeanine, so much for joining my summit.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here. And I love also, by the way, because everybody's going to love this, that my lunch is sitting on the stove back here and it's just been in the background the entire time. So I love it. I love it so much. But anyway, thank you so much for having me.
She's hungry, everybody. Thank you.